So this is the yellow wallpaper. I am doing the symbolism section. I did want to say that I think honestly the coolest bit of symbolism is the wallpaper. Honest, I stop saying honestly. Um, the wallpaper in this story is meant to symbolize the sort of post partum depression that the main character has. And I can scroll down more so that we can see this. I mean, it's a whole story. I'm not going to read that, but that is what the story is about. It's supposed to be sort of a descent into madness towards the wallpaper, and that symbolizes some sort of ugly part of the story of sort of like an inner look into herself or just the depression because right here, but I am here and no person touches the paper but me not alive, and I mean it's a pretty crazy story. Honestly, I can understand why for the short paper we weren't supposed to write about it because it's a very popular story to analyze. But I think the more interesting part is if I can go next tab, right here. The This is from the St. Louis Art Museum. I can put the link in the description below. Arsenic was a very common like ingredient in the late 18th century for wallpaper, and yellow wallpaper is very closely tied to that because of following the madness being related to arsenic poisoning in this time. I'm trying to find a good sentence that describes that. But in 19th century England, people considered small doses of arsenic safe and used it for diverse products, from face powder to rat poison. The substance found its way into foods, textiles, medicine, and other common goods, so its use in wallpaper was not considered unusual. Invented the first arsenic green pigment from right there. The brightness and stability of Scheele's green, along with different variations such as emerald and Vienna green, made them instant successes. Chemists and paint made them into other colors as well, such as canary yellow, create vibrant new hues, which is entirely poisonous to be around. Um, Despite its vivid and eye-catching nature, doctors eventually discovered that arsenic wallpaper could kill. The ink would flake, be inhaled by those nearby, while moisture, yada yada, would release toxic vapors. Increasing reports of mysterious illness and death of small children or even entire families gaining the attention of the general public in the mid-19th century. It's not until the late 1860s that this was starting to be shot down. And this story was written in 1892, presumably, probably around the same time. That's with the yellow wallpaper being tied in, this being like the only way that you could get yellow wallpaper. So, like, I think the symbolism of the wallpaper is interesting because that's supposed to be sort of an in-depth review of the protagonist, like trying to go process this sort of crazy thing while being gaslit by her husband, and I think it was his brother. I can't remember, some relative of his, which eventually leads her into madness. But it could also be related to arsenic poisoning. So I think that's just pretty cool, like a double take of the story, with an understanding of the context of the time in relationship to everything else going on.